All right, this is Matt and Dean, and I just met Dean just a minute ago. And Matt, I thought about him when I started this challenge idea. He's been my first contact, and I wanted to reach out to people and help them. And I want Matt to kind of explain some of the things that he's done to feel better first.
Okay, Dave, the first thing I had was a lot of anxiety and a lot of depression. And it was a fueling mechanism for my weight gain, and it caused me to balloon out to where I was about 300 pounds. And I've been on some medication to handle the anxiety problems, and then I have a new girlfriend that I've been seeing, and that plus work has helped me to lose some weight. I've lost 10 pounds in just a short time, and I'm going to continue till I lose this middle part here. It affects your self-esteem when you're overweight. It makes it harder to stand at work and be on your feet all day. So I'm losing that weight in conjunction with my girlfriend so that we can both feel good about each other and try to help other people feel better about themselves.
All right. Now, Dean, you just mentioned you lost 200 pounds.
Yes, I lost 200 pounds. Well, first, 9 years ago, my grandson was born, and I bought this little water book, and I thought, okay, fine, just teeny little thing. And about 4 pages into it, I thought, oh, I've got it. Oh, I've got this. So I got on 3 quarts of water a day, and I lost 44 pounds in 6 months. And it makes you feel fuller. It changes all your cravings. It affects every cell. So what I learned was the lack of water is one of the #1 reasons for weight gain and most health problems, and hydration is the #1 cure for weight loss and other health problems being lost.
All right, Matt, I mentioned to you about 3 years ago that I had anxiety. I've never had that before.
Yes.
Yeah, it's hard to breathe. It's hard to feel good, and you're not happy.
No.
I had to self-talk and do a lot of positive things, and I've gradually worked out of that. I don't know how a person feels who's depressed and has anxiety and had that a lot of their life. Maybe you can explain how to combat that, or what you do about that problem.
Well, when you have the anxiety, it's just feel like you want to go all the time. You can't stop. You can't unwind at night. Your brain keeps going. And then your body starts taking toll, and that's where the depression kicks in. And you can't see a way to change it. And what I had to do is start taking long walks. I had to focus on my thinking spiritually and ask for help. And I got some help through some little bit of medication to kind of take the edge off. And when you start losing jobs because of things like that, it hurts. And when I lost my maintenance job, I knew there was a situation I had to deal with. And so it took me quite a while, but I finally got help with medication and some physical therapy, and then I did a physical workout with just walking, and I had a mountain bike I rode for a while, and I noticed that the symptoms went away.
Oh, sweet.
Pretty much. But I focused with the church. A lot of it was church kept me going, but it affects your whole self-esteem, your whole how you see yourself and perceive yourself, and so you have to work through that. And it's taken several years for that to happen. But I remember this started a long time ago, so I made some progress, but it's not until later in life that I coped with it.
Oh, sweet. Now, Dean, you've had some loss of limbs and things because of diabetes, and maybe you could explain to folks prevention of diabetes.
Well, because I was drinking the water, I could eat, unfortunately, now I say unfortunately, I could eat or drink anything I wanted and still lose. So John Sanders, who I was coaching singing-wise, and my dear friend and doctor said, Dean, I'm sure you don't have diabetes anymore, but I've got to get on board. I've got to get on board. But you've lost 200 pounds in 2 years, so let's just see where you stand. Oh my gosh, my A1C should have been 5. That's for 3 months testing. Should have been 5.0 for my blood sugar. It was 13.4. That's lethal. We're talking 3 months, and it should be 5.0. and it was 13.4. So that's very serious. And so I found that out in July, and by August, I stepped on a little pebble, and it made a hole, no big deal. And I had wet feet all the time because I'm a Moab mountain woman. And that was no big deal. Now, see, I'm thinking no big deal, but as a diabetic, you better be thinking, oh my gosh. And my granddaughter threw a little dolly house on my instep. No big deal. Diabetes, very big deal. All right. So I didn't know anything about diabetes, and all of these things were horrific for a person with diabetes feet. I hate the word diabetic. So anybody out there that has diabetes, you're not diabetic. You're not depressic. You're not heart attackic. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But if you have diabetes, these things are so serious. So I lost all that weight, 200 pounds by April. By August, lost a toe. By November, lost a metatarsal. By January, lost my right leg down to my shin. And then my body, I quit the water and I gained 50 pounds. And it's really hard to walk on your shin. I'm walking on a shin. I don't know if you've ever been kicked on a shin. I'm walking on a shin. You want to keep your limbs because, excuse me, I'm usually really happy. I'm walking on a shin, and now I'm walking on a femur. So I lost this leg to here, and then I got infection, and I couldn't get a physician to listen to me, so I lost it to here last June, and a year ago, and then down to there a year ago, and then lost it this June to here, and then I got infection and had to go back in and power wash. So if people with diabetes want to be happy, weigh what you're supposed to, eat how you're supposed to. You don't get to be like other people. If you have diabetes and you want to save your limbs, you don't get to have the good carbs. You can't have bad carbs, and the good carbs you have to have baby amounts. Corn and peas and pasta and all that good stuff for people like you and people like Matt, no, you don't. And so you have to accept it and cowboy up and be grateful to be alive, because here's my belief that this spirit taught me years ago. You either get up, when I was going through this, now they power washed, all the nerves have been cut, the skin has been cut, the muscles have been cut. Now they've power washed it in surgery on all brand new cut nerves. So if you want to mention pain, just don't do your diabetes regimen of exercise and eating right, because you'll know pain. You will know pain. You will know pain like nothing else. I've been bit by a rattlesnake. Okay, that was horrific. It was so huge, it dumped the whole thing into me. I've had three C-sections and blew out after one of them at a 40-pound hernia. You don't know pain till you've lost limbs from diabetes, because we're so happy. I was just so happy, and I lost so much weight, I didn't care about the diabetes. And so here I am.
All right. What makes you two feel happy, or what makes you feel good?
Well, I think our new relationship together, like I say, I crossed her path in 2001 and we talked at length, but I didn't ask her to marry me, or she would have. And my life would have been a lot different now if we would have got married in 2001. But we recently found each other again, and we're rekindling what we had in 2001.
All right, Matt, we were talking when I first came into the store and talked to you about eating vegetables and stuff. Right then you started doing that, and you mentioned you are doing well and You're feeling better. And what's your goal, let's say, a year from now? What are you gonna
I want
feel
this
like,
off,
I guess?
and I want it gone forever, like that juice man used to say.
Mm-hmm.
He was way into his 80s, and he was really healthy and thin. I want to be like
Jack
that.
LaLanne?
Jack LaLanne,
okay.
I want to be like him.
All right.
And keep it off. Because as you get older, you start putting it on again.
All right.
That's my goal.
Keep it off. All right.
Keep it off of there.
All right. Well, we're going to interview both these guys in, I don't know, in 6 months or something, and see how things are going.
Okay.
Things can change. You never know.
Sounds like a plan.
All right. Well, I'm glad to meet you.
Thank you. I'm glad to meet you too.